My name is Sean McDowell, and it is Hat Day, okay? And it is also Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, or his day of education. Today is where we should all watch a video on Martin Luther King Jr. so you can learn something, or maybe just so you can hear him talk. Maybe you'll empathize and pick up something. Okay, now today I'm going to talk about brain energy. There are two things that your brain can function off of as fuel, and it runs off glucose, which is basically like the byproduct of sugar and carbs and food. And then there is ketones, which is basically the byproduct of you ingesting fat and not ingesting carbs, and then your liver producing ketones for your body to run off of. Now, while your body is running off of ketones, it experiences like a higher function. Your brain can run off of 60% ketones if you are really dieting and you are ingesting exogenous ketones. That means like you will feel a 3 times, or it might not be 3 times, but you will feel this acute clarity that comes on. You will feel this positive energy where you are able to stay awake, you are able to stay like in the conversation, you are able to stay in your job or in the process of work. There are all those times, sort of like in the office or like at school, if you're not really motivated, if you're not really paying attention, you're sort of crashing, you're sort of feeling bad. And those feelings are just from not being able to stay motivated, not being able to stay consciously in the conversation. And it's a wonderful thing to feel the moment and being able to like have a high energy conversation, which really does have some understanding behind it. If I would have known this in school before, or if I was like a student in school and I did understand diet, I would be fulfilling a ketogenic diet, or I would be drinking ketones just for the fact that I know that the majority of my day would be spent in a higher functioning thought process, a more like directed thinking. If ketones make your body think clearer, if ketones are a better, more pure fuel source for the brain, then that is what you want to run on, and you want to do it for multiple reasons. Besides health, you can do it for studying, you can do it for happiness, you can do it just to feel more of a focus in every moment of your life. I've gone all the way with it. I'm on a ketogenic diet and I take ketones, and I've gone from just a terrible diet where I was consuming carbs just because it was the easy thing to do. My family has grown up off those type of foods, and they've eaten them forever, and it's caused them illnesses. It has caused my mom cancer twice at the age of 65. They say it's all hormonal based, which can be traced back from sugar and how your body has to like pump out insulin all the time, which is your fat or your sugar removing hormone. And I felt the extreme change going from their diet, which has caused them illness and stress and high cortisol levels and just bad weight, bad health, bad mindset. And I've gone from feeling sort of that way to being the opposite, from feeling so much energy that I'm awake every day. I want to communicate with people. I want to feel the connection with everybody. It's sort of humbling. It's sort of a humbling energy that lets you know that you have peace of mind in the moment and in the future. Interesting experience, really. It's an interesting experience to really live on that side of the line compared to an unhealthy side. I also take 5-HTP for like positive mood and energy. My theory behind taking supplements for energy, the only other supplement that I take for energy is like B vitamins or CoQ10. Those are the only two things. CoQ10 is a supplement for heart health, cardiovascular health, and cellular energy at the cellular level, or energy production at the cellular level. So I take those two supplements also to give me like positive mood and energy, so that my body doesn't need as much food to make it through the day. I have tried to maintain like a weight of 200 before, sort of more stocky. I'm 175 right now, but my body is much happier at this weight than it is at a heavier weight. I've tried to put on more weight, but I feel like my body is in a good place right now. I feel happy in the most of the time. I feel generally satisfied with the moment. I feel like my body has enough energy to go throughout the day all day long without being forced to eat. I can tell when I'm hungry, but I usually eat directly after working out in a window, like anywhere from like an 8-hour to a 6-hour window is when I normally eat. It's a type of like intermittent fasting that you can sort of balance with the ketogenic diet once you get very aware of how you can stay in ketosis, or you become very aware of the foods that take you out of ketosis. So you can start intermittent fasting so you can eat more normally but still have that balance of being in ketosis and having the extra ketones in your blood. The important thing about ketones is that it does not, it is a healthy source of energy that reduces inflammation, that reduces stress, that reduces cortisol, that lowers the excitatory neurons that you have, causing you to feel less anxiety and more calm. So those are like positive things that being in the state of ketosis gives you. If you cannot initially swap your diet into a ketogenic diet, there are exogenous ketones that you can drink every day and shake up. I've tried a few different ketone products. I've tried a little bag like this, which had like about 100 servings in it. It was only like $10, and I used it every day. But the thing about some ketone products is it's not 100% bioavailable. There's three types of ketones. There's acetoacetate, there is BHB, beta hydroxybutyrate, and there's acetone. And the ketone product that I take from the Prove It company, which I'll post my research there below, www.codedforlife.proveitnow.com/research. They have amazing information based on their ketone product. Their ketone products is 100% bioavailable, so you drink it and you sort of just absorb the energy. Your body doesn't have to break it down or to produce the ketones. It's not actually making your body go into ketosis. It's just changing the blood levels that you have and improving your ketone levels. The higher the ketone levels you have, the higher the function that your body is producing. Whether it be like mental thoughts, whether it be like positive thoughts, the higher your ketone levels are, the more what I believe to be like the motivation you have in the moment. It sort of gets you on the binary positive side. I believe there's thoughts are binary. You can either have some negative thoughts and sort of be rolling downhill. You can have a peaceful, understanding conversation where you're sort of in the yin yang and you're just talking about information. And you can also be on the positive side of life where you're in dreamer mode. You're happy about everything. You appreciate every little bit of life that you exist. So being in the ketogenic diet and taking ketones is a very natural way of sort of breaking the chains of depression, sort of breaking the chains of anxiety by making yourself more comfortable through nutrition. Sugar causes all these stressful things to happen. It causes extra cortisol. It causes hormonal imbalance. And these are all in short-term periods. In a long-term period, it could really damage your body, your gut health. It could damage your hormones. It could damage your mood based on just sulking in that type of diet and that type of lifestyle and that type of thought process. It's really beneficial for you to look at the ketogenic diet as a way of a diet that is all about food as medicine by detoxifying from all other substances. I've experienced the subtle change from a high sugar diet where I was using Coke as energy to a hard swap towards tuna, avocados, water, lemon, MCT oils. I drink keto coffee every day. It is definitely the easiest way to get some good healthy fats in your body. It is definitely a better choice than drinking Starbucks every day. Ketones are my new Starbucks. I drink one every morning before I go to the gym, right after I drink my keto coffee, and I will fast from then on till anywhere from 2 to 4 o'clock, and then that's when I start having my big meals, and I try not to eat past like 9 or 10. So my window really is like 6 or 7 hours of when I eat. I don't necessarily hold myself to that, but I maintain a well enough observed diet to push myself back in the parameters of intermittent fasting and ketosis, all for health reasons. I understand people do diets to change their appearance and to make themselves feel better, but I believe the ketogenic diet is directly connected to changing the way your body's physiology works, and changes how your digestion works. And when you make that change, when you really make that change, you can change your feelings completely. You can do a 100% turnaround, sort of in like a rebirthing way. You can rebirth your mind and set it on a positive track, and it is a wonderful thing. It is definitely a better lifestyle that I'm used to living, and I'm obviously trying to share it with as many people as possible. CBDs are another wonderful way to normalize body function. If you understand ketones and ketosis and how they have been used for treatment of epilepsy for the last 80 years, and ketones have only been around for 2 years, so it's taken them about 80 years to develop exogenous ketones for you to drink. It's taken them about 80 years, and now they've only been around for 2 years, so we were trying to spread the knowledge and the education of why you want to like proceed with a type of diet like this or a type of lifestyle for a longer period of time. CBDs have initially become legal because they have been used to treat younger children who have epilepsy, because their mind is not as formed as an adult, so they need natural remedies to treat these illnesses and these seizures. And ketones can be taken anywhere from 2 to death. There's no age range. CBDs I believe to be super natural. There are CBD receptors in every one of our cells that control and normalize the functions of the body, the endocrine system, your nervous system, your cardiovascular system, your immune system, your hormones. They normalize functions. So we have the diet that normalizes functions, and then we have the ketone product, which is our pure source of fuel. So we're changing our fuel source, we're changing our diet more to remove toxins than we are to remove weight. We're removing toxins, we're removing the destruction that we're putting our own bodies through, and we're producing positive things in it. CBDs I believe to be our native medicine, because there's normal receptors. There's no warning labels on the back of CBDs. There's no warning labels on the back of ketones. I believe if you take these for a long time, You have synergistic benefits with them. Your cognition will improve so much. Your body will normalize its hormones. You will normalize your thought process, and you will be on your track to a more positive life, a more connected, conscious life. And I think that's what people now are looking for. It's not about being faded. It is about being conscious in the moment. It is about being able to learn constantly and to be curious enough and motivated enough to learn. Those are the most important things for me right now: is motivation, energy, and understanding. And that is what I believe I get from maintaining this type of diets. Supplemental diet to normalize body function, and a ketogenic diet more to remove all toxins. Intermittent fasting is a very interesting lifestyle, though. Whether you want to do it for energy, for healing, for mindset, there are positive benefits to intermittent fasting. Maybe I should be writing some of this stuff out. Anyways, have a wonderful day. Add me on Facebook. You can DM me. I will have one-on-one personal conversations with you about your illnesses and what I believe to be a nutritional path that you can follow to heal yourself. I'm not a doctor. I cannot make medical claims, but what I can do is like point you in the right direction and show you the information that I have learned. And then you can, if you want to go through and try one of these diets, or try some ketones, or try some CBDs, I can direct you to the products that I take daily. I've done this for over 8 months now, and it is the greatest feeling of connection and energy that I've had in a long time. Well, later, guys.